Hello, welcome back, and I believe this is going to be the last of my Switch collection. I'm going to be showing, let's see, about 12 more games, and then the rest of my accessories, my actual Switch, controllers and collector's editions that I have, and I'll be going through those one at a time then, and so yeah, let's just get started. First up, continuing with U. This, by the way, will go from U to Y, basically to the end of my collection. So, okay, first up, love this game, need to get back to it. It's one of those ones, again, like I've said a million times, it's not that long, I just need to get back to it. But I really wanted this edition that I Am 8-Bit put out, and that is Untitled Goose Game. Yeah, it's freaking cool little, I don't know if you would consider this a puzzle game or not. I guess it is to a degree. But yeah, it's just fun. Apparently you can play... I guess you can't play co-op. I thought for some reason you could play co-op. Maybe that's on other consoles or something, I'm not sure. But yeah, just a fun little game nonetheless, and I just really like the art in it and the concept of it. I just thought it was a cute little game, so yeah, it's a good one to pick up for sure. Next one, this is another one that's hard as hell. It's from the same people that made Slain Back from Hell. I've not quite beat this, but I got pretty close to the end. I just really freaking enjoyed it. The pixel art is beautiful. The game's really challenging but fun, and that is Valfaris. I think you can get this pretty cheap. At least when I picked it up, I got it for like 20 bucks, I think, 25 bucks. So I don't know at where it's at now, and I know that collector's edition has skyrocketed in price really high. So yeah, but if you can find the base model of it, or the base edition of it, it's more than fine. And yeah, it's a really good game. If you like metal music, you like pixel art, and you like challenging games, this is a match made in heaven here. Next one, and I will be showing the collector's edition of this too, but this is just the standard copy that came with the collector's edition. Awesome little strategy. I don't know if it's a strategy RPG, I guess. That is Valkyria Chronicles 4. I love the original Valkyria Chronicles. I played it on the PS4. I never played on the PS3, but I got the remastered version on the 4, and I really loved it, and I was really happy to see that 4 was coming to the Switch, and it was a return to form, kind of going back to the way the original one was, and I was really happy about that. Need to get around to finishing this game. It's one of those ones I just get in the mood to play. I just kind of have to be in the mood to play it almost, but nonetheless, great game. Okay, here's another one I got for not much. Just kind of looked interesting. I'm not usually into roguelike type games, but it was fun nonetheless, and I really like the art style of it. I thought it was really awesome. It's got a very comic book look to it, almost Borderlands or 13, if anybody remembers that game. And that is Void Bastards. Yeah, every time you die, you come back as a different prisoner or whatever. With some of them are short. There's a guy that coughs a lot because he's a smoker, so that gives away your position. There's all kinds of little things like that. It's really interesting. Just for whatever reason, I just kind of lost interest and moved on to other things, but it's a good game nonetheless. Maybe I'll get back to it one day, who knows. Okay, here's another one. This is an old kind of Contra and Castlevania type game, but Pixel Heart was putting this out, and I really liked their cover. Now you can still, I'm not sure if you can still get this through VGNY, but I know they had it, but I didn't like their cover as much. I really like this cover from Pixel Heart. I think it's freaking awesome. It's one of my favorite covers in my collection. But this game is super hard, and I've never quite gotten around to beating it. But yeah, I got about halfway. And that is Wallachia, Reign of Dracula. Yeah, it's just a really cool game, and I was really happy to get this. They only made 5,000 of these, and I got number 1,675. So really happy to have that. Like I said, I really love this cover art. I think it's awesome. This game is really great. And just really hard, and I just kind of put it down. But it's one that I definitely hope to get back to one of these days. Okay, there's another one I hope to get back to. I really love mechs and stuff like that. I've never been into huge into Gundam and whatnot, but I love Armored Core and stuff like that. And so when I saw this game through Red Art Games, I thought, well, let me pick this up. It wasn't crazy expensive, and I've not dove into it too far, but I have liked what I've played so far, and it's just so much other stuff takes my attention, and what are you going to do? But that is Wartech Fighters. That's the slipcover, so got the other one here. Yeah, I enjoy this game. I mean, you can tell it's somewhat of a budget title. I wouldn't quite call it a budget title, but I mean, it's not, a AAA title. But nevertheless, what I played so far was fun, and I mean, I don't know. It's just something I need to get back to. I think, I don't know. Maybe one day I will. We'll have to see. Alright, the next one, this is another one I definitely know for a fact I got for like 20 bucks, and it was fun while I played it, and I've put it down, and I don't know that I'll ever come back to it, but it's a good game nonetheless. It's a remaster of an old Super Nintendo game, and that is Wild Guns Reloaded. Yeah, this is a stupid freaking hard game too, but fun nonetheless. Me and a friend ran through it one night, and yeah, he was certainly better at it than me, but it's a fun game nonetheless. And for $20 or less, you can get it for now. You can't beat it. So it's just cool to have a little history like that, you know, an old Super Nintendo game like that. I don't know if it was ever on the Genesis. I know it was a Super Nintendo game, but nevertheless, I just thought, you know, for the price and what it is, I really would enjoy having this. So I think I'm going to pick it up. Okay, next on the list. I love this cover too. Apparently this was a cover I don't know. I don't know when and how and why they did this, but I've not seen this cover. My brother actually bought this game and then traded it to me for something else, and I just love this game. I don't know why still to this day they haven't brought the first one over, but whatever. And that is Wolfenstein 2, the New Colossus. Of course, this isn't the best way to play this game, but it's competent nonetheless. It's one of the earlier Switch releases, and I just love it. I've always loved Wolfenstein and Doom and Quake. You know, I just about play them when they come out. Not quite at release, but I definitely try to get them shortly after and run through them. I really enjoy them. Yeah, I mean, it's freaking Wolfenstein. What can you say? That hasn't been said. It's an awesome shooter. Now there's better ones nowadays, and like I said, it was in earlier days, and so it's definitely blurry and whatnot, and the resolution isn't great as it could be. But if you like these type of stories and stuff, and that is the thing, I mean, it has a really good story to it, I think. I really can't wait to see what happens. I have not played the one with his twins, his baby girl twins or whatever, but I'm waiting for the third one, and I hope that they make it eventually, and I hope it's good. So we'll see. Okay, these next three will be a part of a trilogy, and the third one just came out recently. I've just been playing it. I've put only maybe about 10 to 15 hours into it. I am absolutely loving it so far. It is by far the best one. But this first one here I really love too, and I think it's better than the second one, and I have to wait till I finish number 3 before I can fully make a call, but so far I'm really loving 3. But all of these games are great nonetheless. If you want a good JRPG on the Switch, I highly recommend them, and that is Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Yeah, like I said, I think Xenoblade 1 is better than 2. I didn't mind 2, and the locales are beautiful, and the blade system I didn't mind. I thought it was cool, and even some of the refinements to the combat were fine. But there's just something about 1. I don't know if it was just because of the first one I played, and the story just blew me away so much, and the, you know, the world building and everything that Monolith Soft does. I think they are second only to From Software, and even in some cases even on par with them, but in different ways. It's kind of hard to judge them, but personally 2 of my favorite developers just for their world building alone, let alone character designs and everything else. I mean, they're just absolutely amazing work that they do. And yeah, and then that brings us to number 2, which this game for a while got really expensive in price, and I was able to find it when it went back down in price really quick. I do not have Torna. I have it digitally. I can't justify spending $80 for a game that I've basically all but beat digitally, and I just can't do it. But it's a shame that game that came out at $40 was as high as $200 at one point and kind of just hovers at $80 now and just stays. And you know, if you find a copy of this, of number 2, I would highly recommend picking it up if you can, because there's no telling if it's going to get crazy expensive again if you want to play this full trilogy. You know, I've heard that 3, it's not necessarily to play the other 2, but there's definitely nods and things that you will notice and like. So I'm glad I played the other 2 and most of Torna before I played 3, and so yeah, I'm just really excited about that. But 2 was great nonetheless. I kind of saw some of the stuff coming by the end, and I did like the blade system. I thought they were really cool characters that they came up with, and you know, a lot of the locales were beautiful. Again, the soundtrack was amazing, just like in the very first game. I'm finding that same theme going on in the third game now too, so we'll see how it holds up all together. And then that segues me into Xenoblade Chronicles 3, my next game. Like I said, I just started playing this. I'm only about 10-15 hours in. I got it about a week after release, and I was going to wait, but I just thought to myself the other day, I thought, I want to play this really bad. So booted it up, and here I am the past couple nights just running through it for at least a couple hours every night, and it's hard to tear myself away from it. I've really enjoyed it so far. Do I think it's the best JRPG on the Switch? I don't know about that yet, but I can certainly tell you this, that it's definitely in the top 3, and I can definitely say that with confidence now, even what I've played so far. I know this is all these games can be 100 hours. I think I spent at least 70 or 80 in the other two. I imagine I'll get at least that or more out of this third one. So really looking forward to it. I'm so happy that it's gaining popularity and that it's really thriving as a series. And Monolith Soft, they deserve it. I mean, they're one of Nintendo's best in-house developers as far as I'm concerned, and if not the best. And Nintendo really needs to hold on to them and treat them good, so hopefully they are, and can't wait to see what else they do next. And if they would bring Xenoblade X to the Switch, oh, I'd freaking be so happy, because I never got to finish that game, and I really want to, so here's hoping. Okay, my last game of my regular editions. This was one of my first games that I got on the Switch. It was one of the reasons I wanted a Switch. Primarily, I wanted it for Super Mario Odyssey, but this was another one that came out around my birthday that year that I got the Switch, and I just had to scoop it up, and I loved every second of it, and so did my daughter. It's such a beautiful, fun little game, Nintendo charm, you know. I don't think it's quite as good as the one that was on the Wii U, but nevertheless, it's a good one. It's Yoshi's Crafted World. It's freaking Yoshi, and it's an adorable little platformer, and, you know, you can't go wrong. I know a lot of people prefer Woolly World, and I would even go as far as saying I would probably agree with that, but that's no slack to this, though. This was not like it was a terrible game. It just wasn't as good as Woolly World. So me personally, I still think it's worth picking up if you like Nintendo charm and you love Yoshi and you like platformers and stuff. And that's the thing too, it's not extremely hard, kind of like Kirby. It's just fun to run through, and it'd be interesting to see what they do with Yoshi going forward, you know, since they've 3D'd Kirby now and Mario a long time ago and everything. And it'd be interesting to see what they do with Yoshi if they give him a 3D or even a 2.5D game next. That would be really great. I'm hoping for it. So, okay, that concludes the regular, I want to say retail, but that's not right. The regular, you know, kind of standard edition versions of games. So now we're going to get into the collector's editions. Okay, as I was sitting here looking and getting things ready, I realized there's about 6 other games that have come since my last video. I swear it's been like a flood, just everything that I've ordered months ago just wants to come in all at once. Whatever, but there are some that I've definitely passed in the alphabet in some of my earlier videos, so we are going to cover them now. Okay, let's do, excuse me. Do this one. We're going to do them in alphabetical order. I've got 6 here, and I just want to briefly talk about them and then put them back in the collection, and we'll get to the collector's editions. First one. I really wanted to import this because I missed out on Limited Run's little limited kind of English version they did of this, but it's an awesome fighter. I had to have it. BlazBlue Central Fiction Special Edition. Really happy to have this game. I haven't even had a chance to play with my friends yet. They're big fans of it. I'm not as great at it as them, so I'm hoping to get better with it. But still, nonetheless, I'm just happy to have such a beautiful fighter on the Switch, man. And it runs wonderfully, so I can't ask for any more. Here's another one I missed Limited Run's version of, but PixnLove picked this up, and I ordered this back months ago, and it finally came along with another one at the end of this from the same company. That's PixnLove, if you've not heard of them. And that is Blazing Chrome. This is an old school, super hard Contra type game. I haven't gotten very far because it's really tough, and I didn't realize it was going to be that tough, but it's fun nonetheless. I'm definitely going to probably run through it with a friend. I'm looking forward to that as well, so cross that bridge when we get there. Okay, next one is another fighting game. I saw this was coming out. I thought, man, I gotta have it. It's just such a cool collection of games, and this company is known for making great fighters, and that is the Capcom Fighting Collection. Yeah, I was just playing through this the other night. This just came actually last night or the night before, I believe. So I was just playing through a little bit of every game, and it's really cool. I've never played any of the Darkstalkers games, so it's really cool to play through them. It's kind of like horror fighting game as far as I'm concerned. You know, you got like a Frankenstein type character, like a Wolfman. I just thought it was really cool, and maybe I'm way off with that, but my simple little, you know, casual explanation of it is that, you know, it's really cool. I enjoy it. And the other games on there, they deserve to be on there too, and I can't wait to see what other kinds of things they're going to come out with here, because there's no telling. So Okay, another one. These next three are going to be shmups because I love my shmups, and I saw an opportunity to add to my collection of shmups, and I think I'm up to at least 10 or 12 of them. I could be wrong, and maybe counting digitally too, but nevertheless, these are some awesome ones that I got, and I'm really happy to play them. And this first one here is really super tough, and but I really enjoy it. It's been fun, and that is Dimension Drive. Now, I do wish this played on the flip grip, but I do understand because you're kind of flipping between two sides of the screen, and it can get really chaotic and really kind of melt your brain just trying to like get a grasp on this and then, you know, actually get through a level. You know, it's been very tough and much of a slog to get through, but I've enjoyed it nonetheless. I appreciate the challenge, and it's just a really cool game. And PlayAsia was restocking this, and I thought I need to get on this. This next one as well, they were restocking, and I thought I need to get on this before they're gone again. So yeah, really happy to have that. Next one, same kind of deal as I just said. PlayAsia was restocking these. I thought, man, I need to have it. It's another shmup, and that is Ghostblade HD. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this one too. I was just playing it the other night as well. I'm having fun with it. You know, I wouldn't say it's better than necessarily than Dimension Drive. I think they're both great, and I'm just happy to have them, especially with these East Asia Soft and PlayAsia exclusives. You know, it's really cool to get them back in stock and to be able to get a handle on getting some of them before they're gone again. So, and this last one, this is actually the last standard release for now. I've got more things that'll probably come in the mail before too long, but for now, this is another Pix and Love game. I just thought this looked really cool. I love the art in it. I haven't played it a whole lot, but it just looked a little different. You'll be able to see what I'm talking about when it's on the screen here, and that is Sturmwind EX. Yeah, I'm really happy to have this too. Like I said, I've not played a whole lot of it, but the artwork in this is so cool, and I really love horizontal shmups. I think I almost prefer them over vertical ones. I don't know if it's fully, that I would fully say I do, but I do lean more towards, you know, horizontal shmups, but nonetheless, all great games. Happy to have them. Okay, now let's actually get to the collector's editions. Okay, now we're on to the collector's editions, and I'm really excited to share some of these. I don't think I'm going to open up and go through all of them. Some of them I might show a little bit, but yeah, let's get to it. First one, I'm going to try to go in alphabetical order as well, just because that's how I like to do things. This first one I was really happy to get. My mom and pop store, I thought they had all sold out. I bought an edition that I thought was the Switch version. Turned out it was the PlayStation 4 version. Ended up giving that to a friend. Went back to that same store the very next day and happened to see a copy of it. And I was just over the moon to have this. I didn't pay a ridiculous amount on eBay because I had missed out on limited runs version of it. Really happy to have it. I love this old school box. Just takes me back. Castlevania, the Anniversary Collection. Yeah, I love this old style NES box and the slip cover and everything. There's a huge poster in here, a CD, and yeah, just really happy to have this. I really love these games, and yeah, you can't go wrong. It's Castlevania. Usually do not spend hundreds of dollars, even $150, $100 on a game unless it's something I really like or I think is really cool. And when I saw Limited Run was doing this, I just had to have it. And that is the Doom Classics Collection with this sweet light and the EDM one, I think, EM one, whatever the hell the name of that song is. But this is an awesome collection. I'm so happy to have this. It's so packed to the gills with stuff. Again, I don't want to get it all out. I'll probably put pictures up. That's what I'll do. I'm going to put pictures up of all these so you can at least see, you know, kind of more or less without me having to open them all and go through all that crap. So yeah. Okay, I think this will be my next one in the alphabetical order, and had to have this too. This is still available at Fangamer, so if you do want this, I highly suggest picking this up. It's a beautiful little collector's edition. I think it's like 75, 80 bucks with tax US. And that is Hollow Knight, the collector's edition. Now, I wish this had the soundtrack in it. If I was being honest, I really, really wish it did. But I love the way this feels. It's so nice. I don't know where I put the... Oh, he's up there somewhere. There's a little a little brooch that comes with it of the Hollow Knight himself, and I ended up getting this for a friend as well because he really loves Hollow Knight as well, and he was just so thankful for it. And this is one of my favorites in my collection as far as collector's editions are concerned. Really happy to have it. As I said, if you want to go to fangamer.com, they're still available. Highly recommend it. It's just such a cool little thing, and the Switch even gets a cleaning cloth as well, one of those microfiber deals, kind of like this. This got Hollow Knight themed stuff on it, so that's really cool. It's also available on the PS4 if you're not aware of that. So yeah, but fangamer.com has them still, so don't miss out. Now this one, I don't know if you could find this at retail anymore. It might have to be secondhand, but nevertheless, if you can find it for 70, 80 bucks like it was when it came, actually I think it was 60. Limited Run was distributing this. If you could find it for around then, I would heavily pick it up because I've seen it for 100 or more now, and it's a game that I need to get back to. Really want to beat through and play. I got to a point that I don't know if I'm going the wrong way or what's going on, but I just need to get back to it and really play this some more because I really enjoyed this, and I think it was only made by like 1 or 2 people, so very impressive. And that is Hyper Light Drifter Special Edition. You can kind of see the stuff on the back there. Again, I'll show more so everybody can kind of see what it looks like. But yeah, just a really awesome game I need to get back to. Just a really awesome game I need to get back to, and I haven't gotten back to it. I've just got so many other things I'm playing, and now Xenoblade's here, and I'm playing that like crazy, and it's one of them things. Maybe one day I will. Yeah, moving on. This is probably, other than the Doom Collector's Edition, I believe this is probably one of my favorites, if not my favorite. I believe Fangamer is selling these too, if I'm not mistaken, or iam8bit, one of those two. I believe it's iam8bit. But I was super happy to get this. They actually restocked them because they went out of stock, and you know, they're like $150, I think, or 150 bucks for this. Again, I don't just do that for nothing or no reason. I had to get this for these 2 games. I absolutely love them. I think they're just perfect little Metroidvanias, and this collector's edition is so beautiful. You can't ask for anything better, and now that it's restocked, I highly suggest getting on it if you have the money to do it. You won't regret it. And that is the Ori collection. Look how this box opens. This is one of my favorite parts of this collector's edition, is this beautiful stained glass. This is stained glass. I want to put it up somewhere in my office here, but I'm afraid to mess it up too. You know, it stays in this bubble wrap. It stays in here along with this other stuff, and you know, but I was just over the moon to have this. I'm very thankful and blessed to be able to even afford these kinds of things. I know not everybody can do that, and I really wish people could, you know, and some of these things were more readily available for people, but I also understand that, you know, hands make them, and you know, they're not just so easily made and distributed and whatever. So, but if you have the extra money, I highly suggest getting that. There's a bunch of other goodies in there I'll have up on the screen as well, so you can see. But yeah, you couldn't ask for better Metroidvania platformers, and this collector's edition is just one of the more beautiful ones I think I've ever seen personally. So moving on, I guess we'll do this one next. This one recently came in. I didn't go through Limited Run to get their version of this. I wanted to get it a little sooner, and I was really happy to get this one. This one has a random item in it that I was hoping that I would get, and I did, and I'm very thrilled about that, and that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. Little box here. There's all kinds of cool stuff. I'll show it on the screen. But the coolest thing that I was happy about to get was, you know, the Raphael bandana. He's my favorite, and they were giving away one random one, and I'm just so over the moon thrilled that I was able to get my Turtles, my favorite Turtles bandana, even though I don't plan on wearing it, and it is not really a good material that you would want to wear anyway, but nevertheless, really happy to get this one. I would have killed to get the $200 version from Limited Run, but I just couldn't justify spending the money on it. I'm a father and a husband, and I have other obligations elsewhere. So nevertheless, really happy to get that one. I think that one was like 70 bucks. I don't know that Signature Games, I believe it was Signature Games. Yeah, Signature Games. I'm not sure if they still have those available, but check their website and you might get lucky. Okay, here's another one that was a limited edition. I was happy to get this. I have number 1800 of only 2,000 of these made, and that's a really cool number to have, a nice even number. I think it's awesome. Really like this, and this was only like a $40 collector's edition, and I just thought, or limited edition, I guess, and I just thought, man, I got to get it. It's got the soundtrack and numbered certificate and the game, and just really happy to have it. And it's just shot up in price. It's even more expensive on the Vita, I believe, but that is Sense, a Cyberpunk Ghost Story. Yeah, just a really awesome game. Really happy to have it, and yeah, I need to get back to it because it is a good game, but I just haven't given it enough time. It's one of them ones you kind of got to be in the mood for, I feel, so, you know, that's kind of what it is. But okay, this one, I was a little upset that this got messed up in the mail when it came to me. I don't know if the UPS man was just being rough with it, or somebody was trying to break into my package because they saw it was from a limited run games and they knew what that was. I don't know, but I was really happy to have this one. I think it's cool. I wish it would have had a little bit more in the actual box for $90, but nevertheless, I really love this game, and I really wanted the special edition, and that is Super Meat Boy. And yeah, as you can see, this is all ripped up. This front is all jacked up, and it just it was a little upsetting. The box got a little messed up. I like to keep my stuff pristine, but I guess the mailman didn't feel the same, so, you know, what are you going to do? But this is a pretty cool little collection. I love the poster. I love the cover art, for the new cover art that they chose. I know some people don't, but I think it's awesome. That's just me. So yeah, I'm just really happy to have that one too, because I'm sure that's just going to shoot up in price eventually as well. Okay, we got two more, and I'm just going to keep putting stuff up on the screen here instead of opening all these. I just think it's easier that way. But this next one, this is the only way that you can get this game physical, along with the other game that they did. I think it's, I forget what it's called, something about a princess and a liar, blind prince or something. But that is The Cruel King and the Great Hero. And yeah, it's just really cool. There was a plushie in here that I gave to my wife. There was, you know, a big story booklet and everything. Like, it's a really cool, and it's an interesting size. It's a collector's edition, you know. It's a little oblong, but good game nonetheless. I need to get back to. I'm really happy to have that because, like I said, that's the only way you're getting it. So yeah. And the last one, this is the biggest one I have, and yeah, I'm just really happy to have this one too. This was sitting on the shelf in my mom and pop store for years, and I saw it and I'm like, it's $100. They're not asking any more than anywhere else, and you know, even on eBay, it wasn't getting scalped at that point. I don't know what it's up to now, but just really happy to have it. It's a cool little thing, and I like the little tank that it came with, and that is Valkyria Chronicles 4. Yeah, it's really cool. I'm really happy to have it. Like I said before earlier, I was just showing that game earlier. I really need to get back to it, and really excited to do so. So, okay. Okay, and finally, I am going to talk console and controllers and accessories that I have. And I'm going to start with the Mario version. I love red. Red's my favorite color. I was so happy to get this when this came out. I got it for a decent price because my brother wanted my old Switch, and I only paid about $100 for this once it was all said and done. I put the little Zelda Joy-Cons on because I think it looked better than the red that they came with. I also ended up selling them to that same brother. But I'm really happy to have this Switch. Even though it's not an OLED, I really love this. I just love the red color. And I think, again, with the Zelda Joy-Cons, it looks really beautiful on there. I think it looks like a proper Mario, you know, short of the Zelda type you know, decals on the controller. It just looks good, the blue and the red. I just feel like that's the way they should have brought the console out, but alas, they didn't. Okay, and we'll do this first. We'll save my favorite for last. This one I got a few months back. You know, you have to have a Nintendo Switch Online account to get it, but I was really happy that these weren't sold out. This is my other favorite system of all time other than the Switch, and I just was really happy to have this controller to be able to play you know, Donkey Kong and some of the other stuff that I've put up on my channel with this, and it just brings back so many memories. The SNES controller, it's got the extra tabs on it and everything. This is so cool. I still want to get around to get the 8BitDo one with the analog sticks, so then I can actually play with it fully if I wanted to. But this works nevertheless. I'm excited about it. I was really happy to get it, like I said, really happy that it wasn't sold out. So yeah, here's hoping you can get one if you really want one. I know those N64 controllers were getting sold out like crazy too. People just came through and steamrolled that. So okay. Next, this was the one I just bought at Walmart. I liked the way it looked and stuff, and I thought, well, that's not a bad price. Turns out that they had priced it wrong. They priced it the same price as wired controllers, but this is a wireless one. Now it does take batteries, and it's a PowerA, and they make pretty good controllers, and I've not used it a whole lot, but I just thought it was a really beautiful controller, and I just wanted to have it. It's kind of a backup one for me now. That's this PowerA Zelda one. I've seen this for really expensive at times online. I don't know why it skyrocketed like that, like what happened and what's going on there, but I don't know. It's pretty awesome. And I almost forgot about this little accessory, and I'm glad I didn't. And this Konana, I'm probably pronouncing that terribly, but it's a magnifier for the Switch handheld, and it's really amazing. If you want to save one of your children from the eye strain or save yourself from the eye strain, it's highly recommended. It's a really awesome product, and I think it was like 10 or 12 bucks on PlayAsia, and it came within like a month or so. Really happy to have it. Alright, this is my next and last accessory. I've got one more controller to show after this, and I think I am all the way done. So yay. This is another one that I bought. I think this is IM 8-bit that had these, and I had my name in an email to be notified when they were coming back in stock, and I'm just so happy to have it finally. It's perfect for vertical shmups. It just, the ones that actually support the screen rotation, and that is the flip grip. Yeah, what can I say? It's an awesome little accessory to have. Like I said, I'm really super excited to have it. I love playing vertical shmups on that. It's really easy to use, and it's cool. 12 bucks, man, you can't beat that. And this is my last accessory. This is my daily controller. This is my favorite controller. I love this thing to death, and I really want to get the new one that they've come out with, included with the DLC, or themed after the DLC. And that is the Magnamalo Pro Controller. I definitely want to get the Malzeno one as soon as possible. I cannot wait, and I just hope that it's around still when I am wanting it. So yeah. Okay, and the actual absolute, which I wish I would have done these before the controllers, but whatever. The actual absolute end of this video is going to be my amiibos and little things that have come with collector's editions. I'm going to start first with this little Super Meat Boy. I don't believe it's an amiibo, but it's an accessory that came with the collector's edition that I just showed earlier. Really happy to have that. This is partly why I got the Mario Kart Live home circuit thing. This little Mario Kart car. It's really cool. I think it's an awesome idea. I'm really happy to have it. This one came with the Starlink Battle for Atlas game. Really happy to have the R-Wing here. I've not used it a whole lot. I kind of gave up on that game quite a long time ago. It was just great to play as Fox though, and I really like having an R-Wing because I really love Star Fox, and it's one of my favorite Nintendo characters, and I'm just really happy to have it, and hopefully they make a Star Fox soon. Come on, Nintendo. This is one that came with the Valkyria Chronicles 4 Collector's Edition, and that is this little tank, and it's really cool to have. It was one of the reasons I wanted the Collector's Edition. I just thought it was really cool, and yeah. Okay, now we're going to get into the amiibos. And I guess I'll start with my favorite game, and well, the one is not from my favorite game, but the other one is, and I'm just really happy to have both of these. That is the Magnamalo and the Razewing or Rathian from Monster Hunter Stories 2. Really love this Magnamalo. It's so cool looking. It's so detailed and awesome. I mean, all these amiibos are just detailed and awesome, but really happy to have that one. It gives you some cool layered armor in Monster Hunter Rise, so that's always a plus. This next one I found for like 10, 12 bucks, and I just thought, you know what, I need to pick it up. Cute little character I enjoy, and why not? It was like 10 bucks, so it's Kirby on the little star here. Next one is another, I mean, it's not one of my favorite games, not even my favorite character, but I bought my daughter the triple pack, and so she had no use for this one anymore because she already had this one within the triple pack. And that is the Inkling Girl, or I don't know, Splatoon Girl, Inkling Girl, I don't know. And while we're on the subject of Star Fox, I recently found this one for pretty cheap as well. It was loose at a mom and pop store, but I thought, hey, I'm going to pick it up because I love Star Fox, and it's Star Fox. Now these two, these are some of my favorite, if not my favorite amiibos. I am over the moon to have these because I loved this game, and now they're readily available. You couldn't find them at one point when I was trying to find them, and I happened to walk into a store and find these and this Magnamalo one day, and I said, I'm buying it all. And that is the Emmy and Samus from Metroid Dread. Really love this Emmy. This thing is so cool looking, and just, yeah, I'm just over the moon to have them. So glad they came back in stock. So glad I was able to get one. Here's hoping I can get the Monster Hunter Sunbreak ones next. The dog, cat, and Malzeno. So those are the next ones I'm on a witch hunt for. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm sure this is the longest video out of all my collection videos, but I appreciate anyone that stayed the whole time and, you know, commented or even took the time to watch this collection and to see everything that I've acquired over the past couple years for the Switch. I love this system. And I'm up to about 120 games now, I believe, close to it, maybe even a little more. And I find no reason to believe I won't be close to 200 or more by the time I'm done. And I just love the system. It's so great. I never would have imagined I would ever acquire this many games for one system. It's never happened in my life, and it's just a testament to how wonderful the Switch is. And I'm just really excited. I'm really excited. I'm always excited to find new games and to play new games and then to collect for this system. It's just wonderful. It's my favorite system ever, and with good reason. So let me know some of your favorites in your collection, and thank you for watching again, and till next time.